Everybody loves the sunshine. Sunshine.
Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to the Healed Healer Tarot. My name is Angel, spiritual advisor, teacher, and healer. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel where we learn, grow, and expand together, working to raise the collective conscious one unique soul at a time. This channel is dedicated to spiritual enlightenment, self-actualization, and aligning to meaning and purpose in life. So if that is something that you are interested in, then you are in the perfect place at the perfect time for the perfect reason. All we have is the now, so whenever you come across this reading, it is indeed the perfect time for you. However, we do draw upon the energies of the cosmos to help guide us like a roadmap towards your highest good and your greatest soul's vibration. This is a general collective energy read for what you need to know right now. Energy is fluid. That means this is energy that you could have already worked through, energy that you're working through in this moment in time, or energy that you may encounter in the up and coming and near future. Gender is neutral. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. So with that being said, beautiful soul, get in where you fit in and take what resonates and leave what does not. So let's go ahead and tune in into the energy of the collective. And what does the collective need to know right now for your highest vibrational good? It is all about the choices. The choices that you make along each step of your journey will determine your optimal soul growth. So there is an energy vibration of obstacles today. Saturday is a Capricornian day, devil energy. And so there's a lot of conflict and chaos that is kind of in the air. A lot of potential for disruption, potential for obstacles, blockages, and chaos. So just be mindful of the energy vibration that we're in today. If you haven't already gotten an opportunity to do so, make sure you check out the energy vibration of the day, as that will give you a little bit more insight as to what opportunities are coming in, actions to take, and potential outcomes for you as you navigate your way through this spiritual warfare is really what it is. You know, we have especially as we get closer and closer in this ascension and the new world and how we're all evolving as a species, it's a lot of roadblocks. I call them navigating the minefields and traps, right? Trying to keep you trapped in a matrix, trying to keep you trapped in a specific type of narrative, and really trying to keep your soul hostage to the old paradigm. And so as we begin to enlighten ourselves, uplift ourselves, and free ourselves from the old narrative, the old way of thinking, and the old way of doing, we need to really be mindful of choices. And the only way the devil or the enemy can truly get to us is through people, places, and things that we have sentimental connection to, things that we feel are of value. So a lot of times the devil will use significant others, they'll use family, they'll use friends, or they'll use things that we find to be important. They'll dangle those things out on like strings. So if we value our job, career, work, they may target that as a potential loss, or they may try to attack our children. They'll try to attack the things that bring us stability, or they'll try to infiltrate us through the people that we're connected to, our relationships, our family, our friends, colleagues, associates, the next door neighbor, right? It's like the devil will use your pets. I just got like Pet Cemetery vision in my head. Like the devil will try to use any of the potential routes to get to the chosen, and also to get to the energy of the the divine. So any of those avenues can be used to try to connect to you. And so I was watching a podcast earlier today about narcissism. And the podcast was really talking about, I can't remember exactly what scripture they cited, but it was talking about the current times and the energy of narcissism, and about Lucifer and the devil being the first narcissist, and about the whole, I don't want to say purpose of narcissism, but really how to truly identify the narcissist and the narcissist's role in bringing down the chosen, or bringing down the high vibration of the collective, and really trying to keep people stuck in the old paradigm or way of thinking and the matrix, and keeping the persona going, and how we've kind of flipped the script, right? Which we all know the devil told us the lies and told us that the lies were the truth, right? And so instead of us looking towards our higher selves, they taught us to look toward worldly things and to find that the worldly things were the most important, but they failed to tell us that they hid the truth of who we truly were on the inside. And that brings me to the energy of the hermit, of why we have to go within that internal journey in order to connect back to who we truly are, which is children of the divine. So that energy is coming through for some reason today. It just came to my mind's eye. But we're going to go ahead and look and see, what does the divine, what does God truly want you to know in this moment in time for your highest vibrational good? Look at this, Knight of Cups. It's all about really staying in your own emotional balance here. There's something here about you just moving towards what it is that you love, doing the things that bring you emotional satisfaction. It's also an energy of staying connected. You see how he's holding the cup up to the higher self. He's holding the cup up in the energy of praise. So I'm getting a lot of energy of being grateful, being truly grateful for what it is that you have. He's also on a white horse, and this is the energy of fire and water. So it's all about that balancing out of the energies, right? What are you going to be? A spiritual warrior for positivity or a spiritual warrior for destruction is how this energy is coming through. But we all need our shadow and our light. We can't separate ourselves one from the other. So the real true course is to walk the middle path and to be able to balance out those energies in the perfect way. So look at this. Follow what it is that you truly desire here. This is the energy of the magician, which is coming in from the energy of movement, of action, choices. It's like whatever you focus on, wherever focus goes, energy flows. This is also an energy that talks about your free will. And that's kind of like what I was getting here. Your free will is your ability to choose what it is that you want for yourself and to do it in a way that is kind of self-serving. But one of the things that we always look at in a spiritual community is that we ask for abundance and blessings for our good and for the good of all those involved and for the good of the collective conscious, right? So we're never thinking about just ourselves. It's that Holy Trinity energy. It's really truly understanding that I am you, you are me, we are a part of the collective whole, and that the energy vibration is about wholeness and about the connection of one. Right? That's that raw energy. That was kind of like what the solar eclipse energy was really truly bringing in to remind us about the connection of one. And so this is coming up to me that way with the one energy, moving towards the understanding that what I manifest, what I focus on, not only supports and uplifts me, but it supports and uplifts those around me as well. So whatever it is that you're putting your energy and attention into, be it for the emotional balance and prosperity and the best for all involved. And that goes back to the energy of gratitude as well. Because then, look at this. It's all about giving, right? It's all about the energy of giving and sharing and equal exchange and harmony and balance. And that is coming through very significantly with this Six of Pentacles energy. This is someone who's very charitable, very loving, very giving. It is very balanced as well, but also very abundant and secure. You have more than enough for yourself. This is an energy that's really feeling for me of the elimination of greed, because when you take the 1 from the 6, it brings you to the energy of 5, which is stagnancy, which is loss, which is, conflict, chaos, disruption. But it's an energy vibration of loss and regression. And so this is really letting me know that when you come from that space of bounty and pleasure and happiness and equality and giving onto others, doing onto others as you would have them do onto you, this is that middle path containing the energy of the balance, as much as received, as much as given, and keeping in that proportion of always being in the flow. 6 for me is the energy of flow, and it is also the energy of equal energy exchange. As much as received, as much as given, putting back into the world exactly what it is that you get in return. And so that energy vibration is coming up very significantly to really stay within balance and to be in the energy of giving. It's also an energy of choice. 6s are an energy of choice. You can choose based on your free will how you want to move forward, how you want to bring forth harmony and balance, and how you want to bring forth growth. But it's an energy of equality and peace, cooperation, and the energy of compromise. That's the energy that helps to ascend and uplift and help to grow all those who are involved. So this is what it is that you're coming into. You're coming into a very balanced and very prosperous era or energy or time period for yourself, and focused on what it is that you're manifesting. You've gone through a period of rest, or you're being asked to take a period of rest. I'm really getting that this is really talking about a time of deep introspection and meditation. Four of Swords energy oftentimes talks to me about the energy of meditation. It is Libran energy as well, but it's really asking you to be in that time of introspection. And Libra energy is all about balance. It's all about what you put out, you will receive. It's all about karmic justice. So there's something here about being in the energy vibration of balance, being in the energy vibration of stability, being in the vibration of peace. And I think these messages are coming through today because of what is going on in the galactic atmosphere, where there's a lot of, I want to say, like devil's play. What's that new word that everybody on devil time? Yeah, I think that's what it is. I'm kind of old, but I hear these things, especially on the internet and YouTube and different things. They call it devil time, right? So there's a lot of people on devil time right now. And so I'm really getting like you're being asked to remove yourself from that negative energy and really go into a space of introspection. And I'm also getting isolation. For some reason, I was picking up on a lot of hermit energy, spending time with the self, spending time with your soul, spending time with the ascension of who you are, your angels, your spirit guides, ascended masters, the divine, whatever your highest source energy, universal energy is for you, but really just sitting in that energy of peace. The conflict and the chaos, hangman energy. Yeah, it's an energy of withdrawal. You're pulling yourself back away from what is going on in the world right now. And I'm really feeling like that is kind of important. I'm also getting an energy of impartiality, not really choosing any sides, right? Because knowing that everything is relevant, everything has precedence, everything has a purpose, right? We don't look at the ants as being all that important, but they're very important to the ecosystem. We don't look at bees, right? Even though we've learned over the years, especially with the fear of the bee extinction, that we realize just how important bees are. We realize just how important certain, animals and insects and everything has a place. That's the beautiful thing about Mother Gaia, about Earth, about the divine. Every single thing has a place. God would not have made the beetle if the beetle didn't have a purpose. Like God would not have made the hawk if the hawk did not have a purpose. It's like every single thing. And that's the reason why we have to be connected to all that is in that energy vibration of wholeness, because we all have a place in this thing that we call life. It's the universal order of things. And that's really what I'm getting with this, is you're meant to detach yourself, pull yourself back away from what is going on around you in your environment right now, and just be the neutral observer is the energy that I just heard. Yeah, there you go, because there's conflict and chaos. People trying to draw you in. I think this is really piggybacking off of the energy vibration of the day. And so it's very important for you to go back and look at the energy vibration of today so you can really truly understand what is going on around you as far as the energy vibration of the astrological energies, the energy of the numerology, and how it's truly influencing, us as human puppets here. Some of us as human puppets, those of us who are used by the energy, who don't know how to alchemize and use the energy for our greatest good. But there's this energy here of the disruption, of the chaos, of the conflict, of the petty arguments, disagreements. But there's these little wars that are taking place. They could be within our families, within our communities, within our political systems, within our largest society as a whole, within our world, right? There's a war on relationships, there's a war on the economy and finances, where I just recently heard in a release, a financial update about a month or so ago, about that over 90% of the the world's finances is owned by the 1%. Like, I mean, make it make sense. 90% of the world's finance, and I just heard like BlackRock and all of these larger entities who seek to buy out farmland and seek to buy out, regular land and housing, and drive up the market and push people into poverty. And there's so many people in the world right now in food insecurity and housing poverty that it doesn't make any sense. The amount of greed that our world is going through does not make any sense. Like, I don't get it. You have people who are taking their homes and apartments and their housing, and they're jacking the prices up to these astronomical rates that the average family cannot even afford. And then the bad thing about that is people can't find jobs. Jobs aren't available because the government sold us out so long time ago by sending jobs overseas. You call customer service and you can't even understand what they're talking about. And that's nothing against different nationalities or different cultures, but at the same time, there needs to be some respect for the current, where you are, your current space and place, and do you have the resources and the tools that are available to you? And that's the reason why you have to get it from the mud, right? You have to create your own resources and tools. I'm like really thinking going back to the original way of doing things, which is also being weaned out and being made harder, right? Less seeds available, not wanting to sell you alcohol and vinegar and different things at the proper proportion so you can can your own foods and create look at that. It's an alarm going on right now, right? The world is in a state of chaos in a lot of different ways, and we need to be enlightened and awakened to what's really truly going on behind the veil, behind the smoke and mirrors, behind the ditties and all of these other things that are cast out as illusions, so that you really don't truly see what's going on behind the scenes, which is disruption and causing chaos, right? We have this new movie, The Civil War, coming out. We have an election coming up. Like, what's really the driving factors behind that? What's really driving this energy of competition and division, and who's expected to gain from this? The 1%? Like, let's really begin to think about that. Potential outcome, beautiful souls. Look at this. 7 of Wands. Guard your energy and guard yourself. I mean, I heard guard yourself from the BS. Like, but it's important. We think about it like, how do we guard and protect ourselves? It's by becoming enlightened, gaining the knowledge, choosing a different path. Choosing to stay in the energy of reciprocity, of caring, of sharing, of compassion. Choosing to be in the energy of gratitude. Support for self means support for others. Love for self means love for others. Being away from the energy of me, 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 me. Because me is an island of isolation. You know what I mean? It's not a part of society and humanity and collective good. So let's see what's lurking in the shadows. We have the energy of the High Priestess. High Priestess is this is Justice. I always look at High Priestess is justice energy anyway. So I'm not surprised that this came out in that way. For some reason, I'm thinking High Priestess energy, that Akashic record, the energy of all that is, nothing new up under the sun, the energy of enlightenment. But justice is also that same energy. Remember, we're going into the energy of introspection. We're going within ourselves to see the truth. Truth and clarity is coming to light here, and there's an energy of balancing out. Right now we're in the year of karma, we're in the year of 8, which is all about the truths being revealed, karmic balance, showing the illusion, breaking down the facades. All of these things are taking place so that we can arise and enlightenment and awaken to what's really truly going on. The magician energy is clarified in the shadows by the energy of the Queen of Wands. It's like, what are you going to truly do with your spiritual gifts? How are you going to use your spiritual gifts? And then again, this is also the same vibration that we have here, the energy of fire and water. It's about balancing out all aspects of the self, balancing out the energy of your masculine and your feminine, being in the energy of right and perfect proportion. Homeostasis is the energy here. Connection to all that is. The Queen of Wands energy is very spiritual, very spiritually driven, has very keen insight on spiritual warfare and also spiritual growth. So I'm almost getting the energy that if you don't know that much about spiritual warfare, if you don't know, which you watch tarot, so you have some awareness, but maybe it may be time for you to do a little bit more research. Maybe it's time for you to get a little bit more knowledge and insight to exactly what's going on collectively in reference to these spiritual attacks, and collectively about how you can tap into your own spiritual gifts. The full moon, or the solar eclipse full moon energy that we just went through, or new moon energy, was really bringing in the awakening of the spiritual gifts. So now is a time for you to really understand your own personal power, that you are the manifester of your own reality, your own existence, and whatever you think about, you can truly bring about through this energy of spirit. So this is how this energy is shaping up here. It's all about the actions. 2 energy is about choices and the actions that you take. In which direction are you moving? Look at this. The 6 of Pentacles is clarified by the 7 of Pentacles. It's all about, where are you investing? Where are you sowing your seeds? Are you getting a return from the investment, or are you just wasting your precious vital energy on things that don't matter? So don't get me wrong. I don't know why this just popped in my head. I love fashion. I always have been a fashionista. Love fashion. Love looking at, the new color palettes and the new designs and what's going to be coming out for each and every season. But at the same time, our world has got so misconstrued. I love when Infinite Water says this. He says, we value things more than we value people. And that's so true. We value the clothes, the shoes, the cars, the jewelry, all of these things that don't have any true value as to what truly matters, which is humans, people, animals, earth, soil, life. The things that really truly matter in the end. Because at one point in time, those things were all man-made and created, right? We have the essentials of what we needed. Our indigenous ancestors, they made moccasins and they made clothing and they made different things. Look at the beautiful indigenous Alaskans who made, coats out of animal fur. They made what they needed. It was a part of a tool that provided them the ability to live and function in their environment. It wasn't for fashion. It wasn't to put me on a pedestal over somebody else because my outfit cost $10,000 and the other person's outfit only cost them 60 or 70. Right? We've totally lost focus on the things that truly matter. And I think this is how this energy is coming up. It's coming up to show the imbalance of things. Where we put our value. Where we put our value at in the world is also very indicative of how we value ourselves as well. Very indicative of how we value ourselves. And then we have the courage and the strength. Yeah, we have the courage and the strength to walk away from, wanting to be. And this brings me back to an energy of the day the other day. Dare to be different. I heard it as soon as I pulled the strength energy out. Dare to be different. Like, you don't have to follow the crowd and do what everybody else does. It takes a very courageous person to say, nah, I'm going to choose to walk in a different direction. Gandhi just popped in my head. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Do something that has a meaning or purpose. What's the legacy that you're going to leave behind? Definitely go check out the energy of the day, because it's asking, who am I? Why am I here? What am I meant to do? How am I meant to be of service? The energy vibration that I kept getting in the energy of the day was, what is my service? What is my spiritual purpose? What is my spiritual work? And all of those things are coming online here, really truly aligning you and awakening you to the energy of passion, purpose, prosperity. Then we have the energy of what's going on in the environment. Be the neutral observer. Remove yourself from this energy of conflict, from this energy of loss. Know that you are always connected to a higher source. You're always connected to the divine, to your angels, to your spirit guides, to your ancestors, that you don't have to worry about the worldly things. This is one of my favorite cards, to be in the world but not of it. Most definitely. The Healed Healer Tarot is all about that energy, to be in the world but not of it, but as a spiritual guide and a teacher to uplift the masses towards truly understanding who they truly are and their divine power as a divine spirit. You have the power to do miraculous things, right? Do you think the government wants you to know about your telepathy, your kinesis, and all of the other wonderful spiritual gifts that you can truly get online if you knew how to harness that energy? And that's the reason why they keep away from you the things and the knowledge and the wisdom that's truly important. And then they feed you with the energy of the things that don't matter, the things that aren't going to help you grow, the things that are here today and gone tomorrow. I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but I noticed this. My insurance went up recently. And I'm like, okay, I understand. I see the game that's being played here. And I mentioned it to a friend of mine, and their insurance also went up for no reason. Why? Because they're already anticipating and harnessing energy from you, harnessing money from people based on the storms that they know are coming, the losses that they know are coming, all of these different things that they already know are coming. So they're lining their own pockets. They're doing the things to stack and set themselves up. So you have to be willing and able to do the same. Put money away for a rainy day. Learn how to invest your money as well as your energy and your time appropriately. Because nobody's going to take care of you like you. Why do you think tons of people are creating these sovereign communities and communities of like minds so that they can be of support of one another? A lot of the research says that we'll be in a Great Depression by 2025. All of the signs are there. And one of the things that always disturbs me at my peace is that we don't learn from the past, a lot of us. We don't learn from the past. We look at things that have happened in the past like, oh, that'll never happen to me. I worked in chemical dependency for years and years. And one of the things that never seems to amaze me, one person smokes crack, gets strung out, and the next person tries it because why? It'll never happen to them. One of the other craziest things that I always saw when I worked in chemical dependency is somebody would get a hit of something and go comatose or almost die or die. And then the addict or the addict mind would say, "Ooh, I need that. That must be the best, the best stuff." It's like, where's your warped thinking? Where is this warped thinking coming from? And how do we begin to change that? Because 5 is an energy all about change, changing the environment, changing the way you think, changing your perspective, bringing in a brand new mindset, being the neutral observer, getting higher levels of enlightenment, of awareness. Really tuning into that vibration of understanding why I think the way I do, why I move the way I do, why I act the way I do. What do I really value? This is really asking you, what do you truly value? What matters to you? And what really doesn't? Clarifying the energy of the Five of Wands. Here we go. Everybody's selfish desires. Now, the Nine of Cups is all about wish fulfillment. It doesn't always come out in a negative connotation where it's like me, 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 me. Right? But this is what I'm getting from this. All of this conflict and chaos and everybody's selfish desires. They want to be the biggest, the best, the most seen, the most this, the most that. It's like vanity has beyond run rampant. Gluttony, sloth, greed has beyond run rampant. Everybody, look at this. Everybody's like, I think back to Willy Wonka was on the other day. It's one of my favorite movies, right? And I know a lot of people on the internet, and they were talking about the Oompa Loompas, and they were slaves, and they were from an African village, and all of that has come out. I never read the book, but I love the movie, right? Not the reincarnated one or the Leonardo DiCaprio one or whoever redid it, but the original. And one of the things, you know, for me as a psych major, someone who studies behavior and psychology, one of the things that keenly stood out for me were all of the different personalities of each one of the children, right? And it brings us into the understanding of personality disorders, personality traits, narcissism, borderline, histrionic, avoidant, passive aggressive, and all of these different types of disorders of mental processing and thinking, which has to do with me, 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 right? Not having the ability to have compassion, more asocial behavior versus pro-social behavior. And so this is kind of like how this energy is coming up. Everybody wants to win, but there's no, you know, these are empty victories. There is no true success here. There's no true winners here. And the Seven of Wands, guarding your happiness. Yes. Guard your happiness. The things that truly make you happy. And you see this? This is really what what I was envisioning. Your home, your land, your family. You know, having a space or place that is sacred to you, that you can bless and grow your own crops and, you know, harvest your own food, and having safe water to drink and protection, because the things that really truly matter. When we think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, what are the things that really truly matter? And we have to have food, clothing, shelter, and warmth. Our safety and our security needs, the resources that we need, are the most important. Those are the things that matter. And I cannot begin to tell you how many people will go out and spend money on the next iPhone or the next new gadget or thing and won't even pay their mortgage or their rent because they got to be the first to have it. Right? And so if your mindset is still stuck in that energy, then that's something to reflect on. That's truly something to think about. So let's go ahead and look at some of the numerology. This numerology energy was coming up to me strong today. So I decided that we're going to pull a couple of messages and we're going to grab an affirmation from the numerology deck. This is Numerology Guidance Cards by Michelle Buchanan. I like the affirmations in these cards, so I don't know what kind of spiel I'm on today, but this is just the energy vibration and how it was coming through for me, that we need a huge wake-up call. We need a huge wake-up call. We need to be able to shift through the smoke and the mirrors and get back to the things that truly matter. And I know we are. As a collective, we are. You know? And two more shuffle, Spirit. For knowledge and for wisdom. And so it is. Thank you, Spirit. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I was just told to pull another message. I haven't pulled from this deck in a long time. So we're going to pull from that deck as well. Look at this, karmic completion. Things are coming to a karmic end, right? We have the justice energy here, karmic completion. We're putting an end to the old paradigm, the old way of thinking. That time has phased out. We're moving into an energy of new. This is bringing up the energy vibration of today, gray and black, and also indigo is the energy vibration of today. But it's all about the newness, karmic completion, ending out old karmic cycles, learning the lessons from the past in order to plot the course towards a brand new spiritual growth and development. Parenting, ooh, that one's huge. What are you teaching your children? And not so much what you're teaching your children, what are you role modeling to your children? How do your children see you show up in the world? What are the behaviors that you're demonstrating to your children? Because this is all about the 6 is the energy of the energy exchange. Your children are going to behave and function and show up in the world the same way that you are. And if you're showing up in the world in an energy of nobility and an energy of cooperation and peace and an energy of balance and harmony, then they're also going to mimic and create and build and demonstrate those same actions. 3 is an energy of action. 6 is an energy of exchange. So this is how this energy is coming through. It's not so much, you know how back in the day parents used to tell you, do as I say, not as I do, right? Well, we know that that doesn't work, because our children are going to demonstrate based on the examples that they receive. So we need to be the change. We need to show them how to respond or how to show up in life, and not tell them to do one thing and do something else. That's hypocrisy. So if we're living in hypocrisy, our children are going to live in hypocrisy in the same way. Love, yes. Universal energy of love is so important. And then you have the 63 coming back out again with the energy of the 3 of creativity. We are in the energy vibration of creating the new paradigm, creating the new earth, creating the way things are going to be as we plot this universal conscious connection, ascension energy moving forward. And what are we doing? What are we demonstrating? What do we want to leave as our legacy when 2,000 years from now, when they're excavating the ground and digging up the earth and trying to find out information about us? What are the messages that we're going to leave behind? You know, what is it that we're going to be teaching people before us? I haven't pulled from the Messenger Oracle in a good little while, so I'm going to pull some messages from the Messenger Oracle. For some reason, Spirit said the perfect message is coming from the Message Oracle, and then we're going to read the affirmations for the numerology. Thank you, Spirit. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I trust that this message will reach all those who need to hear it. And share the video, you know, share the video. And this channel is really dedicated to a whole different niche. It's not about love readings over here. It's about spiritual development, personal and professional development. It's about elevating of the collective conscious. It's about doing the good work, being of service. It's about the things that truly matter. And not that love doesn't matter, because love does truly matter, but not the toxic love that we're in currently. Not the toxic love vibration that we're emitting now. It's all about teaching a new way of showing up, a new way of being, a new way of loving, and having the strength to dare to be different. Dare to be different, beautiful souls. Our message is respect your boundaries. Is that a 33? It's either a 33 or a 55. I want to say it's 55. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what the Messenger Oracle has to say about this energy. Nope, it's not a 55. It must be 33. Yep, respect your boundaries. Others will not respect the emotional boundaries that you set within your relationships if you do not respect them yourself. Know yourself, love yourself. If you do not accord yourself with the same care you desire from others, then you will not be shown care. If you do not honor your own truth and dreams, then nobody else will. Honor yourself, be by treating yourself with the same care and in the same manner that you wish others to treat you. You cannot make it up. Doing unto others as you would do unto yourself. That's the most simplest principle of how to be righteous in your own respect. So let's go ahead and look at what the affirmation is for 10. I clear debts from my past and create a happy, harmonious life. I create debts, and these are just not financial debts. They're karmic debts, right? Because when you do negatively onto others, you create a negative or a karmic debt that has to then be balanced off and paid in another way. I clear debts from my past and create a happy, harmonious life. The energy of 63. Parenting. I love and nurture children and make the world a brighter place. Yes, the energy vibration of 6. I see through the eyes of love and attract more love into my life. And then the energy vibration of 3 and creativity. Through playful creative expression, I make my dreams come true. That has been your What You Need to Know Right Now, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I am honored and I am truly grateful. If you haven't already done so, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that like button, share this video with those that you believe could benefit from the messages, and subscribe. Become a part of the Soul Joyner family, where we learn, grow, and expand together, working to raise the collective conscious one unique soul at a time, and that unique soul is you. Until our soul paths cross again, Soul Joiners, I am wishing you love, peace, blessings, happiness, and abundance be on to you. Have a blessed and abundant day. Namaste.
Everybody loves the sunshine. Sunshine. Folks get down in the sunshine. Sunshine.